Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Terrifying Tuesday, and on Terrifying Tuesday we talk about all things horror. Now, today we have to talk about a rumor that I've heard starting to get whispered again about the possibility of a Halloween TV series. So, Michael Myers may be getting his own TV series. Is this rumor true? And if so, how would this work? So let's jump right into it. Alright, so fun fact. This rumor actually began all the way back in 2022 following the release of Halloween Ends. And the film was very divisive among fans. Some fans loving the differences they made and some fans not liking it at all. So it only makes sense that such a rumor may gain traction. However, the rumor kind of faded away as quickly as it began. Now, that's okay. Flash forward all the way to today, 2023. Where now I've heard it starting to get whispered about again. This possibility that Michael Myers himself could be getting a series of his own, a Halloween series. Now, do I think that this is true? Well, yes and no. Yes, on the fact that it would be a good time to do it. No, on the fact that there has been no real sites confirming or denying this as of yet. But keep in mind, things like this start to get whispered when there are strikes of any sorts going on in Hollywood. Whenever there's disputes or questions going on in Hollywood, they start to kind of talk about things they could do to make that next big thing. And it would be a perfect time for it. We live in a world where Child's Play has its own series in the form of Chucky, and it's been renewed for yet another season. Then we have rumblings that have been going on for a while of a Friday the 13th series that were confirmed, and they are in the works. And when you have a situation like we're currently in, where the writers aren't really writing and the actors can't really act, and now you have this whisper coming out that this show could possibly see its way into happening. Now, the rumor last year was that it would be on Peacock, which I actually believe it would be. I believe that it would go to Peacock as a streaming service, and why not? They would want to have something along the lines of Child's Play. They would want to have something along the lines of the Friday the 13th series. It's just the way it is. The more that they can do in the horror genre, bringing back old things that have this nostalgic feel, the better off it's going to be. And that's the way they're looking at it probably. So our question isn't whether or not it's happening, because we don't really know that for absolutely sure yet. However, we can ask the question, if it's happening, how exactly could this work? They could carry on from the point of the last movie, Halloween Ends, and find a way to either go forward without Michael Myers or resurrect him. In which case, they would still never get Jamie Lee Curtis to come back. As far as she is concerned, her saga is over. So that kind of puts a damper on that. That kind of says that we probably won't get that as a show. Because without her playing Laurie Strode, what would be the point in resurrecting that character to have him go after some new people? They kind of put a bookend on that. But remember that it has been rebooted a couple different times. So what if the series actually follows a different character? What if the character they follow is Jamie? And we get to see her story instead of Laurie Strode's. And now we have kind of a setting. But then remember, didn't she die? So, you have a couple reboot possibilities here that they could blend into something, potentially even not involving her at all. But that would be a case where Michael Myers would be allowed to roam again, going about killing various people. And it wouldn't be connected to the Jamie Lee Curtis Halloween Ends. So that is a distinct possibility that they could do. The other alternative is more in the vein of a show that's more maybe creep show. Remember that when Halloween 3 came out, John Carpenter wanted to do an anthology series of movies. He wanted to make it more of an anthology, and this would be an opportunity to do that. To make an anthology series that would just take place around Halloween, and every episode could be different, and you get maybe 10, 11, 12 episodes right before Halloween. It seems like a good deal. However, here's the thing about that. They did something similar all the way back in the day with Freddy's Nightmares. And with Freddy's Nightmares, it all sort of intertwined in some way with Freddy Krueger. Doing that with Michael Myers doesn't necessarily work, so you would have to go straight Season of the Witch. And I don't think that a lot of people would really like that to happen. However, I think it would be interesting. I'm more in line with Michael Myers being alive and possibly killing other people. Now, there is another option, and that is a series set before Michael Myers, telling the complete origin of the Michael Myers family, of the Myers family, and this supposed curse that has been set upon them. This thing that controls Michael. It's possible that they could do something with that. Something exploring witchcraft or the supernatural or something therein. And that would be very interesting. But ultimately, it wouldn't have Michael Myers. And without Michael Myers, would it really be worth seeing? So the question becomes not if they can, it becomes if they should. And will they? Because when you start to hear these rumors at a time where we are in this writer's strike, where we are in this actor's strike, where things aren't getting made and everything's grinding to a halt, where you're starting to hear these rumors, there's only a couple scenarios why. Either A, people are trudging it up because of the lack of things to talk about. And I can see that. The other option is that there is some truth to it, that it is being whispered. And when you think about something like Halloween, it becomes a little bit more plausible to just talk about it around Halloween. Because when else are you going to talk about it? So I see the kind of things that people are saying when they're talking about this possible series, and I see why it's coming up again. For me, hearing these whispers gets me excited again. It gets me thinking that maybe this could be true. Maybe we could have a Halloween series secretly in the works. And right now, they're hoping that the writer's strike and the actor's strike will end so that we can get actual news and confirmation and not just whispers from some maybe not so reliable source or some source that can't really reveal itself because of the situation at hand. After all, the only articles I found when I heard about this were from the 2022 stuff. I haven't found any new articles actually talking about this. But what I have heard is a few people on social media start bringing it up again. And that is kind of something that I consider. When I start hearing people bringing it up again, it makes me think maybe there is something to it. But what do you guys think? Alright everybody, so don't forget to let us know what you guys think. Don't forget to share this video with all of your friends so they can be a part of the conversation as well. And then don't forget to hit that like button. It's free, it helps the channel. We definitely appreciate it. Miko says we need more subscribers. You don't want to disappoint Miko, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And hit that notification bell while you're down there so you don't miss a single video we do. And then friends, at the end of the day, I know it, you know it, and Miko knows it. Fandom is family.